Hey guys, welcome back to the Media Morons podcast. I'm your host Sean. I'm joined with my fellow morons Dio.
Hey.
Alex.
Hello.
Ethan.
Hi.
And Glenn. So we
Hello.
cover all topics media related. Anyone want to start?
I mean, I'll jump in with a conspiracy theory.
Yes.
Go for it.
Fuck yes.
So this episode is very special.
What? Why?
Well, this conspiracy theory is very, very special. So if y'all remember the unaired episode that we did,
Yeah.
we talked about time travel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, now we are going back in time.
Hey?
Yep. So we're going to talk about the same conspiracy theory. Wow. Well, I like part of it's the same and the other part's not the same. So yeah. So obviously you remember the theory that Jay-Z can time travel because of an alleged photo that was found of, in air quotations, him in like the 1930s or the 1830s or whenever it was, and everyone was losing their shit because, you know, people can't time travel, but Jay-Z can. Well, now
I'm gonna pull up the photo of it just so I can check it out.
Well, now there's a second time traveler amongst us,
Hey.
and it is none other than the main man himself, big old Donald J. Trump.
What?
There's nothing this man cannot do.
Him and his family.
Had to go back and save his hairline.
What?
Okay, so yeah, there's a theory, okay, that big old Donald and the family time traveled from a distant time into our current sort of, you know, time,
Yeah.
with obviously the intentions of then, you know, ruling over. And well, this website says our beloved country, but we're not American, so it's not our beloved country. So yeah, and there's, I mean, obviously because it's a theory and it's a conspiracy theory, all of the like the actual sort of allegations or what people call proof that this is real are completely insane, which is why we love it. So this theory like arose whenever people find these books called, well, what the first one's called Baron Trump's Marvelous Underground Journey, which, if you may not know, Baron Trump, I'm pretty sure, is like Donald's son. Like, that's what his name is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the other book is 1900 or The Last President. And these books were written in the 1890s by some guy called, I'm going to butcher his name, Ingersoll Lockwood. So these books, well, the first book anyway, this Baron Trump's Marvelous Underground Journey, is about, obviously, Baron Trump, who people believe is, you know, the real and living Baron Trump right now.
Yeah.
And like he finds this sort of secret portal and time travels, right?
Why would he take his dad with him?
I mean, I think they're all, I don't know.
That's
maybe
the
just all
question.
nuts, like.
Like, has anybody like heard the theory that Baron Trump doesn't even really like his dad because once he was caught wearing a Clinton t-shirt
See, to be
Like,
honest, though,
during
imagine
election.
If he was your dad, would you be pleased with him?
No,
No.
definitely not.
Have
I
you
mean,
seen-
if he introduced me to time travel, I'd be like,
But there's
Okay.
way more like than just Jay-Z and Donald Trump that's been recorded as time traveling.
oh yeah.
Because I don't know
But-
if he's ever heard, like, there's this guy, the Count of Saint
Count Dooku.
Germain. I am Count Dooku. No, the Count of Saint Germain, who apparently is known as the immortal Count because he's shown up in history like over 50 times or something.
Cheapers.
There's repeated like paintings of him in like different eras of like
Oh yeah, I think I've seen those. Yeah,
Have you seen that? There's like him on
I
a
think so.
painting, and it's like during the Renaissance, and there's him like, there's a photo of him back in the 90s.
and then Banksy did a painting of him, didn't he not?
I think it's. Am I? Are you taking a hand? I know you're taking a hand.
Yeah.
No, but there's a painting of him done, or like a photo, I think, during the 90s.
I'd say it would have to be photos, right? Because if it was a painting, like that's very easy to fake because, you know, obviously
I think it might have
the
been
first
like paintings
painting.
way back. It was paintings and now it's photos, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, but like the paintings could have been, you know, the first one obviously could have been him. Do you know what I mean? And it was a painting. And then the second one could have been some guy who was like, oh, look, your man in that painting. I'm going to just paint the same guy, only as if he was here now. And then the next painting was like, ah, look, those two paintings of the same guy. I'm going to paint them again. And then that, you know.
It spiraled.
So
Yeah,
what
it
you're
spiraled
telling
out of
me is
control.
just-
Well, if you're going to debunk my theory, then that Jay-Z one's just a guy that's like Jay-Z. Fuck you.
I know.
Do you think that makes sense as to why Donald Trump does so much like artificial stuff now? Like, do you think
Yeah.
he just figured out what spray tan was when he came to this timeline and he was all, you know what? I'm going to do it.
I'll
Plus
take your
hair dye.
entire stock.
How much do you want? Yes.
He was losing all his hair, so they traveled forward to get a transplant.
But anyway, back to the Trumps. So the book states, or like, you know, the book, the guy, what do you call him? I've forgotten his name now. Baron.
Aaron?
Big old Baron. So apparently he starts his, you know, the book begins with him in Russia. Okay. And then he is like guided by this like person or thing called, in the book it's called the Master of All Masters. Or a
I feel like
man
you're looking at an
named
anime script.
Dawn. Right? So the Masters of All Masters is called Dawn. You know, short for Donald.
Oh my god.
Raise the dawn.
And so apparently there's this creepy thing that Trump is told of his family motto: the pathway to glory is strewn with pitfalls and danger. And I don't understand the significance of why that's creepy, unless, like, you know, Donald Trump's family motto actually is that, or I don't know. But, you know, so apparently that's the first book. Apparently it's all about Donald Trump's son starting off in Russia, and then I don't know what he does because I haven't read the book. And then
Fair enough.
the second one, which is called The Last President, it begins in a panicked New York City in early November, and describes a state of uproar after an election which an enormously opposed outsider is granted power.
Ooh.
I'm uncomfortable.
Big old Donald Trump. And then the guy, so after this chaotic scene in New York City, we find out the man who won the presidency is extremely wealthy and resides on Fifth Avenue, which is where Trump Towers is on Fifth Avenue, which is like,
Oh my god.
like absolutely mind blowing. And then this guy becomes president and like chooses his cabinet and all this here. And there's apparently like a lot of sort of similarities to, you know, big old Donald and his presidency.
Maybe the writer like had a lot of drugs one night and saw the future. You know, he was all, I can't believe this better be a fantasy because I cannot live if this is true.
Maybe he was just writing a comedy book and it just turned out to be this.
Yeah.
Like Simpsons.
When were the books made? Or made?
They were wrote in the 1890s.
Shit.
Yeah, so
Wasn't-
like that's a long ass time ago.
Yeah.
Wasn't there also a book written about the Titanic about 100 years before it sank?
Oh, really?
Yeah, there was a book out there somewhere talking about a voyage from wherever it left off to New York, wasn't it?
It was Liverpool to New York, wasn't it? Not?
Yeah. Well, the book is the same
Liverpool.
destinations, and the boat was called the Titanic, and it was taken down by, guess what, an iceberg. And, like, yeah, there's a lot of details similar, except the book came out 100 years before it sank.
Authors be crazy. Authors are the real time travelers.
J.K. Rowling's just from really far in the future.
Yeah. It's going to be the news tomorrow. And it's all, boy survives death attack. It's like, it's
left with like
lightning bolt scar.
Lightning bolt scar on his head.
I found the book, and it's actually called The Wreck of Titan. The boat is called Titan.
That's really creepy.
Yeah. When was it written, does it say? 1898, published, revised in 1912.
Well, it was written in... What did you say it was written in?
It was written in 1898. Are you checking to see when the Titanic sank?
Yeah, because that wasn't... Yeah.
Well,
sank on 1912. So that's like...
That was massive. How did I know that? Oh,
We Googled it a few weeks ago.
I know, but...
It's not like it's a hugely famous event or anything.
The book was written... When did you say the book was written again?
1898.
So that's like... What, 20...
30 years? Or 20 years
24
before
years?
Yeah.
Before the Titanic sank?
Like, the boat wasn't even being built by that point.
It was planned. It was planned.
That's the sort of like... That's within the same lifetime. So somebody will have read that book and then 25 years or 24 years or however many years later, like within their lifetime, the Titanic will have, sank in the exact same circumstances. That's mad.
Okay,
So
it was
what was
actually
its journey?
14 years.
It went from
14.
Belfast to Liverpool, then from Liverpool to New York.
Yeah, I was going to say, because you said 1912 and then 1898, and I was like, where are you getting 20?
I was just letting Alex do it. I was not getting involved in maths.
Yeah,
That's like, Alex, come on now.
I'm sorry.
The book talks
I don't know what
about
did you
how
say, Sarah?
they were over capacity and how there wasn't enough life vests, which, if everybody knows, was the same deal on the actual Titanic.
That's mental.
A good read. And Alex, there's also a conspiracy theory in Titanic that you could look at for another time, probably.
Oh.
Have you heard of it?
A
Can we have a
future
teaser?
Have you ever watched
Yeah,
Ghost Ship?
I'm not quite sure.
Tell us, Dion. Give us a teaser.
Well, the
Little
teaser
snippet.
is that the theory is it was not the literal Titanic that sank, but a very similar boat from the same company. Something to do with insurance.
Oh.
But we'll get
So
into
where did the
logistics.
Titanic go?
Well, I'm not going to tell you everything. We'll
Maybe
look it up.
maybe it's still going today. It's just sailing around doing its thing.
It's actually a really cool story, but it's definitely a conspiracy theory we would have to talk about in detail.
What really upsets me is they haven't arrested that iceberg.
I know, right?
He's still floating, motherfucker.
I mean, for 100 years, he's got away with that.
Old
Maybe
blood
he's
murder, like.
slowly boiling. Just slow.
Yeah, no, that's his punishment. We've killed him with global warming.
Global warming.
That's poetic justice right there.
My God.
I've got a would you rather.
You've got what?
I've got a would you rather. It's not that bad. It's not as bad as some of the other ones. I've actually had to calm this one down a bit.
Right.
So it's just one I ever think. It's just in my head. It's like, what would I choose? Kill someone and no one ever finds out, but it's in your mind. It's going to tear away at you, or go to prison for a crime and then commit for life. What would you do? Which one?
Do I get
I
to
mean-
pick the victim?
I was going to say, it depends who I kill.
Yeah.
You.
Well, I mean, that's really handy because I was going to choose Glenn as well. So, depending on who kills him first, I get off
See, we're at a predicament here because I was going to choose Glenn as well.
Now, you see, what happens
so I'm going to move on to Sean's part, Sean. I think that's what I want to talk about.
Yeah.
Everybody will know now why Glenn's not in next week's episode.
I really didn't plan it, did I?
Due to creative differences, Glenn has taken a step back.
Well, I'll move on to, as it, there's obviously the new Batman movie coming out eventually, but apparently someone on set caught the coronavirus. I think it was Robert Pattinson's stunt double. So it's been, production's been halted for what I think is the 4th time now. We're never going to see that movie.
It's like the cyberpunk of movies.
It's like, that's like at least 3 times I think Corona has pushed it back. It's just like all this media that we're just never going to see. It depresses me so.
There's so many like films and TV shows that have just been sacked now because they just don't have the budget.
Yeah. What annoys me is the ones that were basically done and like about to be released, and now they've just been pushed back almost. It'll be over a year at this point. Like for instance, a Quiet Place 2, that was ready last March, and then just nope. It was supposed to be the end of the year, but I mean that's over a year. It's been pushed back. It's like I want to see it.
Have you seen the announcement of that film, Don't Look Up?
No.
I saw a trailer for it the other day. So it has like the most expensive cast list I've ever seen in my entire life. Just for some examples. So Jennifer Lawrence, Leonardo DiCaprio, Timothée Chalamet, Ariana Grande, Chris Evans, Hamish Patel, Cate Blanchett, Matthew Perry, and Meryl Streep.
Oh, they've got Chandler. Hell yeah.
Jonah Hill.
Yeah, Jonah Hill's also on here, yeah.
Ron Perlman.
I wanted to stop after 9.
No, that's, some big
That
names.
smells
Kid Cudi's in
expensive.
it as well.
Ron Perlman's in it.
I love Ron Perlman.
But there's no trailer for that yet that's been released. They just have this.
Why is Ariana Grande?
She's just going to burst into song at some point in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like out of nowhere, the movie's like super serious, but then she just suddenly has a song number.
Did any of you see, it was 2019 horror movie, Blood Vessel? Did any of you ever see or hear anything about that? I kept seeing it come up on like a YouTube ad every once in a while, and so it's a B movie, right? But it looks
It's off to a
pretty
great
good.
start.
And like it's like the story is it was one of those ones. Is like it sounds as stupid as Godzilla versus King Kong. Basically, it's like these guys find a vessel that's like basically it's a ship, and they go on, and it was the Nazis that owned it, but they had dug up vampires. I think it's
vampires?
crazy. I think it's
Is it on
crazy.
Netflix?
No, it's on. I think it's on Amazon Video.
Prime?
I think that's what it is. Whatever it is.
You just had to correct him, didn't you, Alex?
I was just helping him out.
We can't, a misinformation, Dion. We can't have that.
Yeah. All of our dedicated listeners will be like, what is this Amazon Video?
Is that not a thing?
I mean,
No, it's Prime Video.
It probably could be.
What's Prime Video? See, I was halfway there, Alex. Fuck you. But anyway, apparently, it's IMDb says it's not a good movie, but it's not bad. And I really, I'm like, I want to check this out because it's like one of the things they've said of it. It's like a sentence they've said of it. I've never seen that on IMDb, so I'm like, this is weird. So I really want to check that out.
That's so honest. That's how you bring in viewers. You don't get their hopes up, and you don't, have them expect something shit. They're going to expect something mediocre and come out of it with something mediocre, and they're going to think, you know what? That was right. Yeah, it was alright.
That wasn't good, but it wasn't bad. So
you may enjoy it, but you probably won't.
So will we move on now and talk about the film Greenland?
Yes. Who here's watched it?
I have.
We got a good review census then. A good lot of people have seen it.
I think so, yeah.
What did you think, like in terms of survivalist kind of films, what did you think?
I mean, I thought it was pretty good. Like, there was no zombies, so,
Bonus.
I like a zombie film. Like,
You like a zombie film?
So, my issue with survival films is, like, in terms of, main characters and stuff like that there, you can tell who's going to die and who's not.
Yeah.
And I felt like whenever I was watching it, obviously this is, spoilers for people who haven't seen it, so turn your ears off.
Skip ahead.
Now. But I never, whenever I was watching the whole film, there wasn't a point throughout the film that I was like, oh crap, they're going to die now at this point, or they're going to kill off, the wife for the wee boy, or,
Yeah.
I just felt like they were always safe throughout the film.
Yeah. I feel like that was the same for me. I thought it was very predictable for the genre. It was good, but it was very predictable. I was watching, the scene in the car with the mother and the child, and you just knew that the man was going
100%.
to do something. We just knew in the front seat. As
soon as it was brought to their attention that the two of them had the bracelets, I was like, oh yeah, he's going to take them. Straight up.
For me, I thought it was it was very copy and paste, but change a few words of 2012, end of the world, get to a safe haven.
Yeah.
In that film, it was the bunker, but in 2012, it was the ships. Big massive journey to get there. Unlike 2012, Greenland decided they focus more on drama and story, while 2012 loved to show off the visual effects and CGI and stuff, which still holds up. It's so good. 2012 Greenland was good when it did have its disaster and destruction. It was really good.
Oh yeah.
CGI was great. Meteors crashing and stuff. But it just, although I will say the twists that it did have, I was expecting really kind of obvious tropes to happen. But when the kid did get kidnapped, I thought, oh, they're going to try and take the Wayne. I didn't think they would actually take the Wayne.
Aye.
And then she was left, and the whole family split up. I was like, oh shit, I wasn't expecting this. That's good. That's pretty good. That creates some drama.
I have an issue with that scene.
What?
So the kid was in the backseat of the car with his mum, okay? And then when your man came and dragged the mum out of the car, the wee boy just sat there, okay? And I was like, this kid is say 10 or 8, 9, 10. There's nothing stopping him from getting out of this car, just unbuckling his seatbelt and hop to skipping out there. But he didn't. And I was like, yeah, I know it's for clearly plot convenience, but I just thought it would have been a bit more sort of realistic and interesting if he didn't just sit there and go, oh no, my mother has been thrown out of this car. Whatever shall I do? It's nah, kid. I mean, even if there's a child lock on the door, the other door was open and he wasn't trapped in the car.
Yeah, but I mean, I can imagine the guy probably would have just picked the wee fucker up and shoved him back on there.
Oh, well, that's what I mean. But even that, I thought would have, it would have taken a whole 30 seconds for the wee boy to try and get out of the car and your man to push him back in and slam the door. It just, I was like, a kid of his age is definitely going to try and get out of the car.
Yeah.
They did have a lot of those moments though, when the wee boy starts taking his blanket out of the...
I knew.
And you're like, do you not double check a car before you go to the end of the world?
Oh my God.
Why on earth would you tell anybody that child has a chronic illness? Anyone who's watched any kind of disaster survivalist thing knows they do not take illnesses because they don't have the medication or the supplies. I also found it funny how quick your main man John got over the fact that he murdered somebody.
Oh, that was completely just brushed under the fucking what do you call the viner that was on it?
King Batch. I'm looking at the cast here now. I'm looking at the cast and I'm like, what the fuck?
King Batch was on it. And he had such looked like a nice kind of character there that may have followed and served some kind of more fleshed out role. but he was there for like 15 minutes, if even 10 minutes, and he just got killed straight off the bat because the car flipped or something.
He was just there to be murdered.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I think he was just there so that they could say, "Oh, look, the black guy died first." You know,
probably
that horror movie trope.
Oh my god.
I found it very funny how long John was swinging. Was it a hammer before he actually hit anyone?
Back and forth like, fuck off. Fuck off. No, like, I mean, King Batch was there literally just to tell him, there's a couple of planes up north, and then died. That was it.
Yeah.
He's done a few films where it's not a massive role, and he would be out of it very early or die off very early.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's because it's like a special guest kind of thing.
Yeah. And I genuinely like...
I never liked him. It was never funny.
I thought his character, like, in the whole, like, 30 seconds of screen time that he had, I was like, no, like, he would have been a good character to have at least, survived a little bit longer.
Yeah. Like, he'd have been a good character to do something with, because he seemed too nice,
Yeah, exactly.
Survived, but if they kind of, like, fleshed him out, made him do some bad things, and turn him into, like, his worn out, kind of had to do bad things to survive, and then survive along with the family, would have been a class character, but no.
Yeah. He kind of had, like, Walking Dead Glenn potential.
Yeah.
Like, he was such a nice person, but he would have to do what he had to do.
Yep.
Like, the way his mum was, I think he says his mum was a doctor. It could have been like a thing where he learned, some kind of medical from her because of how many injuries your main man John got.
I mean, like,
or just random stuff. Like, why is he trying to get that man out of the car? He's already burnt to a crisp.
I know. Oh my god, mind that. It just King Batch staying alive would have made John the Architect's plot armor a lot less noticeable. Because that man could have done anything and he would have fucking survived because he had it. He went to a car to pull out somebody who's like burning to a crisp. Like, just leave him. You're trying to survive. Why are you helping somebody who's not going to make it in a couple hours?
Because he was trying to make up for the man he plowed in the head with a hammer.
Yeah.
I mean, subtext. It wasn't spoken, but I feel like I did enjoy the film, but it could have been told in an hour and 15 minutes. It didn't really need almost 2 hours to tell that film.
Yeah, and it could have been told a little bit better.
Yeah. Like, did we really have to see, what was her name, Allison, going through like 7 different tents before she found her way in? Like, I understand for story perspective, you have to show us that, but it was so long. Yeah,
and that's what I mean, like, with the sort of predictability of it. Like, there was at no part of that was I like, he's not gonna be in any of the tents. It's like, oh no, what's she gonna do? I was like, nah, they're literally gonna show us like 3 empty tents, and then he's gonna be in like the 4th or whatever it was. Overall, though, it was like it was a good film. Yeah, there's definitely worse out there.
Good acting and very good quality. Like, I wasn't disappointed with the cinematography at all.
No, it was shot very well.
I concur. I agree. It's like that B movie kind of critic review. It's not good, but it's not bad either.
Yeah, pretty much.
That had a budget of $35 million US.
Jeepers.
Do you know what? Oh, right. It's just one of my pet peeves, right? This happened, and it's just straight away, it was so fucking noticeable. At the very beginning when when they were doing the countdown to the meteor hits, and then it doesn't hit, and then he stands outside and he's doing like the rock like stare what the rock is cooking. He's looking around going, what's happening here? And then
look how crazy the sky looks.
And then like the shockwave comes and you can hear windows break. They go inside, no windows broken. And it's just like, what? Like, where's the continuity? Did they just not pay attention to this shit? Like, and that happened plenty of times throughout, where like windows have broke or should be broke, and they're just not.
Or the scene whenever they're in the grandfather's truck,
I was just about to bring that up.
And they go under the bridge, and they park the truck up and like run under the bridge because there's what was it again? Was
Like
it parts
meteors?
of meteor? It was falling down on like big, like, you know, football sized chunks. And then the next thing they go to get back in the car and it's completely immaculate.
Yeah.
Like, well, why did you stay in the car?
No, fuck's sake.
They didn't need to, like...
The car has plot armor. You might as well stay in that thing.
You know, one of the biggest, like, I don't know, annoying parts of the story for me was they made it so far to get to Allison's dad's house, and then he was just like, nah, I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna take care of the horse.
What is it with old people in disaster films that they just have to, like, make them stay behind and have this, like noble kind of, I'm going to look after this horse because my dead wife used to ride it. Not now, but I'm going to make sure I go with it and I meet Bertha in heaven again. You know, in 2012, there was a sad scene where this old couple stood at the beach and just let the wave just come and shag them, just dead on the spot. That was like, oh my god, because they
just misunderstood something.
They tried to like survive, but they were just like, nah, we're just not making it. The motherfucker, the old da in Greenland didn't even try. He was just like,
well, his whole purpose in the film was to be like, hey, have my truck.
Yeah. His daughter was just like, okay, bye, Dad. I'll never see you again. But okay.
She was so
that scene was so weird.
Just leave her there. She was like, oh my god, I'll not even fight V. Goodbye. See you later.
I know, because like there was the scene and she was like in tears, right? And then she literally just was like, yeet, 180, just in the car, slams the door and was like, right, pass, see you later. The more I talk about the film, the more I realize that there's like, you know, things that I was like, that's a bit weird.
Yep.
Yeah. Funny film.
Right, we'll move on to my least favorite part of the podcast. The question and answer.
Oh, we're doing the questionnaire time.
Oh,
yes. I'm ready.
Questions.
Right. So this questionnaire, it's all movies and TV shows this time.
Oh, come on.
Dion's fuck stupid with video games. She knows nothing.
Leave me alone,
stupid
okay?
with TVs and movies.
You bring up Vampire Diaries again, I'm going to throttle you.
I will literally, like, break the law to go over to your house.
Do you know what? That's great.
Beat your ass.
First 5 questions are all vampire. Right.
Well,
so
it's been fun.
On the leaderboard, Sean and Dion are drawing with 1 each. Alex and Glenn, step it up.
I mean, I think I should have like half a point for coming second twice.
I know.
Sorry, Finn. How many points do you have?
Not good enough.
How many points do I have on the list?
How many points have you got?
All right.
Yeah, that's true. And Ethan knows all the questions beforehand.
Exactly.
Right, so we'll start question 1. Right. What was the first film to be released in the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
Iron Man.
Hulk.
Sean is right.
He was on it.
Hulk was second. I think it was very close behind
I
him.
know, they were both the same year, I think, weren't they?
I think there's actually a reference see at the end of Hulk. There's actually like a after credit scene where Tony Stark enters a bar. No one talks to someone.
Huh, fair enough. Number 2. How many Pirates of the Caribbean films have been released?
5.
I think Sean said that first.
I thought we were waiting until you finished the question. I knew it too.
No, you're allowed to put on at any time.
Okay, I don't know.
Oh, yeah, you're just saying that. I believe.
I read a lot about Johnny Depp and the court case, so I knew there was 5.
Oh.
I have the count.
You know, some people just read court case.
I'm just reading court cases in my spare time.
Number 3. What are the first names of the 2 children in the Addams family?
Pudsey and no.
Pudsey Monday. Wednesday. Pudsey Monday. Fuck! Ah!
Wednesday and Pudsey. I don't even know if it's Pudsey, is it?
Yous have one. It's Wednesday. Right, fine. I'll give it. See, who said
we'll both get it? We'll both get it.
Who said them both first?
I mean, technically, I did.
Right.
You know.
Well,
I mean, you said Wednesday.
It's Wednesday and Pugsley.
Pugsy. Pugsy. Oh.
You were
so
very
freaking close.
So I'll give you the. So
I said
Alex,
Monday. Where?
Alex has 1 and Sean has 2. Number 4. Friends.
What? Sean has 2?
Sean has 2.
Yeah.
I get a point for that.
No, well, Alex said like them both first. Even though I got one wrong, but you got one wrong too. Number 4. Friends ended in May 2002 after how many seasons?
10.
10.
Alex.
Yes!
Ooh.
Rude.
Alex 2. Sean 2. Dion and Glenn, not. Number 5. Which actor plays Stephen Hawking in the 2014 film The Theory of Everything?
I know him.
Stephen
I know
Hawking?
him. No, it's Eddie Red something.
Eddie Redmayne.
I mean, do I not get that?
See, you said it like Eddie, like his name.
No, I said Eddie Red something.
I would like Dion to get the point.
Thank you, Alex.
I have nothing in my rule book about that, because when you say it, you give the other, like if you kind of say the answer, you give other people an idea, and then Sean said the correct answer. So
can I also correct you on an earlier question, because Friends didn't end in 2002, it ended in 2004.
Did I say 2002?
Yeah, you said 2002.
Did I?
Yep.
Yeah.
I have 2004 up here. I don't know why I said 2002.
I was going to go 2002 because I thought you were going to ask when it aired last.
Oh. Well, my bad. Well, I'll give Sean that one since he said
Excuse
the
you.
correct.
He just piggybacked off of me.
Sean's sitting in silence like, please just give me the point. It's like, say nothing.
You don't forget that there's vultures surrounding anyone who speaks up.
Exactly.
Okay.
Don't say it unless you know it exactly.
Terrible.
So, number 6. In Beauty and the Beast, which wing of the castle is Belle from
West
Forbidden? Wing. Oh, shit. Sean is right.
I've seen that film like 4,000 times, so if I didn't get that, I actually would have left.
Sean 4.
Left the chat.
Alex 2.
Good film.
Number 7. What is the name of Jack Sparrow's ship?
The Black Pearl.
All 3 said it at the same
The Black
time.
Pearl?
I'm going to be honest, I don't think I was first.
It's because it was me.
It's between Alex and Sean, or Alex and Glenn. I don't know who said it first.
It was me.
Do you know what? Just because I feel bad, I'm going to give Glenn the point.
I've got 1 point.
We listened back to this,
That's my
and it
first
was me.
correct answer in all the episodes.
Do you know what? I'm going to give Alex the point also, because you said it at the exact same time, and I can't decipher. So
go back.
Alex and Glenn both get the point.
Glenn, shut up. He'll take your point away.
Number 8. What is Zoolander's first name?
Derek. Wait, is
Very
it?
well done.
Oh,
Yes.
Why?
You shit yourself. You're wait. Very, very well done.
Whew.
Number 9. What is the name of the fictional town where Stranger Things is set?
Oh, God.
Oh, no! Hawkins.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that took me far too long.
Yep.
That's embarrassing.
Hawkins.
I kind of feel like you Googled it.
No, I definitely didn't. I kept
Alex,
thinking of
5.
Mirkwood for some
Sean,
reason.
4.
Mirkwood? That's Lord of the Rings.
No, well, Mirkwood is what they call one of the roads.
Mordor.
That's like
Mount Doom.
Thingamy's house.
Okay, right. This is where Sean could get this question and be level with Alex, and then there's the breaking question. Last question. For what movie did Steven Spielberg win his first Oscar for
E.T.?
Best Director? Nope.
Damn it.
Schindler's List.
Yep. Oh!
Yeah, boy.
Got it, Alex.
I'm not going to come
drawing.
second.
5. So,
I think
they save a whole load of other things, right? Whoever's drawn at the end of this, it's just between them 2 people now.
No, come on.
No, because we done this last week, and I just realized how many problems it brings up. So it's just between Sean and Alex.
I feel cheated.
Yeah, I feel the same.
Dion, you didn't have a point. You shut the fuck up.
I was
I
half a
feel tense.
second behind everybody, and Sean piggybacked off me.
I'm still shouting an answer.
In what 1976 thriller does Robert De Niro famously say, "You talking to me? You
Taxi
talking
Driver.
to me?" Yeah. Yep. Taxi Driver. Alex,
Oh,
I'm afraid you have been eliminated.
I'm like doomed in second place.
I got third this week. Fuck yes.
I don't think
Dion didn't even get a point. So you don't
I
get
didn't get a single point.
GG, brother.
I was so close.
Well, there we go.
You know what? I feel accomplished.
On the leaderboard, Sean is now leading 2 and Dion is second with 1. Alex, it's just got unlucky every week.
Maybe
Every
next
time.
It's just so sad.
I'll be studying for next week on my reflexes. I'm just too slow.
I see when you went to that 10 seasons, it was like, I went to say 10 and I went, yeah. Everyone went 10, and because of it, everyone shouted 10. You couldn't hear me in the background, but I was like 10. Just like my brain just couldn't get it out fast enough. It was just
I'm just gonna go on Google.
I knew Hawkins too. That annoyed me.
Yeah,
was like,
I
could
also
not get
think
it.
that Dion got cheated with Eddie Redmayne.
Yeah, I said Eddie read something, and Sean just
Yeah,
immediately.
I think Ethan should redact one of Sean's
Okay,
points.
Alex, it's not gonna make you win.
I'm gonna go and try and find whatever website Ethan's getting these questions up and be ready for next week.
Glenn's going to be like answering them before Ethan's even asked them.
I know. Ethan will just go, what? 24. What?
I'll just go, number 15.
Well, I feel cheated.
I
Yeah.
apologize.
Do you think this will be an ongoing thing, like Leonardo DiCaprio and his no Oscars?
Alex will just be ever so close.
I'll be second every single week. Yeah, let's place bets to see how many episodes it takes me to actually win.
I'm confident on you, Alex. I think you could go.
That's all right. I hear Sean always comes first.
Oh my god!
Well, thanks for listening to the podcast.
God damn. If you're still here, audience, by the time all this is happening, thanks very much for listening. Please subscribe and follow on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Don't hesitate to fire on any messages for any of us, if you have any, at any time. And we'll see you next week. Thanks for listening. Bye.
Ciao.
Bye.